Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring, and I think I know how to get this item. It occurred to me as I was editing. I was thinking last episode, I thought, are we supposed to be dropping down from the ceiling? Or do we like get teleported by Sending Gate to the other side of this Urge Tree route? And it occurred to me that I had probably just tunnel visioned right past a very obvious, in retrospect, a very obvious and not intact window. It is just like Anne Orlando after all, isn't it? So, okay, there is also a chest over here. Ah, all right, so let's get the item first, and then we will see about that chest. Tunnel vision is an amazing thing. Now, oh, okay, all right. I was gonna say, how do I jump up there? It's just gonna let me pick up the item. There is somebody here in this chair, though, with a very fancy outfit. Hard to see exactly. Let's get our favorite telescope out, although this angle is not the best. They have a hood over their head. They have an open book. And then their robe is like, it kind of looks like our icon shield a little bit, doesn't it? Doesn't it kind of have like an tree on it? Golden Order Principia? Principia? I'm gonna go with Principia, because that just sounds fancier. We found some more miracles. So we're gonna be heading back to Corin here in a minute. Prayer Book of the Golden Order Fundamentalists, a dense and complex academic treatise that contains the Order's fundamental principles. Gives us RADAGON's Rings of Light and Law of Regression. Law of Regression. Yo. Okay. Okay, we had a mystery from last episode, which only was partially captured, mostly captured after the fact because of my unfortunate video card crash. I will be keeping a close eye on OBS to make sure that our recording is fully intact today. So we have a new spell now called Law of Regression, and that goes right along with the riddle next to the RADAGON statue. Regression alone reveals secrets. Okay, something to try and see if we can actually spy, just like the sculptor who sculpted the RADAGON statue. Could we spy at ourselves the secret in RADAGON's closet? Oh shit, and we also now have the Erdtree bow. This is something I had been thinking about as I was going through taking some notes on the items that we picked up last time. We obviously have been picking up these somewhere here in there it is, the golden arrows. We've been picking these up along the way here in the capital, and it says carved arrows made in tandem with the Erdtree bow. And I was like, huh, where's the Erdtree bow? Did I miss that? Sort of. I had yet to pick up this longbow featuring Erdtree styling. We gotta try this on a little bit and see how it looks on our character, because this artwork is fantastic. In times of old, when faith and battle went hand in hand, this weapon was created in tandem with the golden arrow. Scales all arrow damage with faith, revealing its true worth when used with holy infused arrows. Dude, I had been, you know, we started the game as a samurai, and we had our longbow that we were using for a bit, but I started just putting that to the side because I had this, you know, the way I think about weapons is I'm always looking at what is their scaling, what are their attribute requirements, what build is this weapon for, and so I just put bows to the side as those are dexterity weapons or quality build weapons at the very least. This one is right up our alley, potentially. Faith, holy damage. Interestingly, it has no skill. No, it does have a skill, Mighty Shot. There it is. Why does it say bow none? What is that bow none? What is supposed to go there? Oh, I see. It shows that where it would normally say standard or pierce, it tells you the type of damage, I guess, that it does. Piercing damage for a spear. And, okay, I see. The bow doesn't itself do the damage. It's the arrows or the bolts that do the damage. So they have... The ammo is what has the piercing damage, or maybe... What does the golden arrow have? I can look and see here. Also piercing damage. Are there any arrows that wouldn't do piercing damage? I don't know. But the bow itself does none damage. Interesting. Let's try this on. Try it on for size. The Erd Tree Bow. Hype. I love this, what is happening in the capital. This is just fantastic. Wow. So freaking cool. I don't actually want to fire an arrow. I'm also fat rolling now because the Erd Tree Bow does add not that much weight. It only weighs 4. It only weighs 4. We could actually fit this into our build. We just need to be a little economical here with our Bastion Souls. And there we go. Let's put holy arrows in the L2 or R2, whichever one it is, I don't know. But let's put those there. Do we have any other arrows that fit into holy? This is where I don't know exactly the ins and outs of damage scaling with arrows, because like, we know fire is also supposed to be affiliated with faith in some way, or at least one aspect or affinity of the Ashes of War system, the flame art. I don't know if that applies to the fire arrows. Probably a different thing. Probably more like the fire bombs, which are more of a strength item. We'll have arrows as part of our repertoire now, though. Once again, because we can actually do holy damage. Have holy damage arrows be a part of our build. Okay, that's an exciting thing to think about. Let's check over here. And there's also an item over here. Okay. All right. And a ladder? There was a ladder to kick down. Look at that. And a celestial dew. Got it. Okay. All right. So that is much more than I was expecting to get to start the episode here. That is, wow, the Erd Tree Sanctuary. I'm still thinking about all the implications. Taking on Godfrey. First Elden Lord. Was that the actual Godfrey? The boss title alone doesn't really tell you anything. It doesn't say Visage of Godfrey or Ghost of Godfrey or anything like that. So let's move on. We'll continue to try to think about all these implications as we are very close here to progressing ultimately to the Erd Tree. And we may in fact take a peek. Man, my mind is, I have a kind of a general game plan that I sketch out in my mind of what I want to do, and I put those in my notes. And I have those notes that we're going to be referring to, but I'm also all of a sudden very distracted by this. You've got, not the Erd Tree Bow is very cool to think about, and you've got this Golden Order Principia with regression. I think we're going to throw, not caution to the wind, but we are going to call an audible here and try to get back to Scribe Corrin. What is the quickest way to get back to Scribe Corrin? I guess it's from the West Capital Rampart. And it's a bit of a run still. The Goldmask and Corrin have left themselves in a bit of a inconvenient location. But we will make our way there because I want to... if there is a spell here that is actually going to solve an Elden Ring riddle or mystery, I have to know if this is a possibility. Because if that can work, if Law of Regression can work, then is it possible... Oh, this guy comes back? So we have to... Wait, was there a path to the left here that I missed? Did I go this way? I feel like I did not go this way. Is this... maybe it's a dead end. Maybe it's not even a thing. Or it's a shortcut. Oh, that's perfect. It's actually a shortcut. Sweet. So that was not as arduous of a... I was going to be a little bit annoyed having to take on the arena combatants again on our way here to Corin.
Oh, was that you? Yes, the master is still ceased. And after coming all this way, why now, of all times?
Yeah, what exactly... RADAGON is so... Feels like we are learning that RADAGON is so... Almost has his hands in everything. RADAGON is the red-haired fly in the ointment.
Who exactly what the master? His finger has remained still. But, oh, the Erd tree. Why we were on the very...
On the cusp. On the cusp. It feels like we're on the cusp of some things as well. Let's give him the new... Is this one also... Is he also going to frown on the Golden Order? And the Fundamentalists?
This is a volume of incantation.
Not quite.
It's good to see your enthusiasm.
He's finally happy with us.
Indeed, I will happily take it off your hands.
At last, we found a prayer book that Corin is not scoffing at. Oh, happy day. I have no runes right now, so this was not actually well thought out. I did not plan this. I did not plan this well, so we need, well, okay, I forgot. We have runes in our bags. I have been spending some runes off camera that I will mention here in a moment, but we have the ability to pop some runes, and we need 17, a little more than 8, we'll go to 18 if we can, 17.5 is what we're looking for. So why don't we just do, I want to leave intact, kind of maybe leave one of each type of rune around if possible. Let's not go destroying our hero. I did spend some of our heroes runes in leveling up some weapons and ashes. So why don't we quickly do 2 of these. And we will do, we need 17. So we can do 2 of these. That actually works out pretty well. Perfect. Okay, new incantations on the way.
Do you need something else?
Of course I do. I need to get my hands on some RADAGON-oriented spells. The only issue here is that these Golden Order incantations are... They do this split between intelligence and faith. So will we even be able to cast... Let's just look and see. Law of Regression requires 37 intelligence and 0 faith. What? This is so disappointing because it means I have to, if I want to do this, I have to go respec at Renala, which we could do. We've got plenty of tears, not tears. Yeah, larval tears. That's the name. Oh my gosh. Okay. My enthusiasm in the moment has been dampened because this means we cannot immediately go try this spell at the statue to see what happens. I would have to respec. So we will settle for reading about these spells. RADAGON's Rings of Light, one of the incantations of the Golden Order Fundamentalists, a gift of gratitude to the young Mikula from his father, RADAGON. Produces a golden ring of light and fires it across a wide area. Charging enhances range. And yet, the young Mikula abandoned fundamentalism, for it could do nothing to treat Malenia's accursed rot. This was the beginning of unalloyed gold. An interesting reference there, unalloyed gold. That was obvious. That was a very key describer or adjective in the quest line that we had with Sage Gowry and Millicent. We were looking for that needle of unalloyed gold. So there is something actually very special about unalloyed gold and its ability to treat accursed rot. And it's very much tied to Mikula. Law of regression. One of the key fundamentals. Heals all negative statuses, dispels special effects, and reveals mimicry in all its forms. Okay. That is such an interesting effect. It actually says it in the description. Reveals mimicry in all its forms. The fundamentalists describe the Golden Order through the powers of regression and causality. Regression is the pull of meaning, that all things yearn eternally to converge. I had been talking about this term regression when I unfortunately thought I was recording, but actually wasn't because of my video card crash. But regression is a term that has a very different meaning for me as somebody with a bit of a computer science / data science background. Regression means a whole different thing in that context. It is actually a statistical analysis method. But that's not what they're talking about here, clearly. Regression is the pull of meaning. I had been wondering, what is that message talking about in front of the statue? Regression feels, in this context, much more like going back to the past or going back to a previous mental state of being. And that does feel kind of like what they are describing here. But it reveals mimicry in all its forms. Could this... It's regression, not erudition. But could it be either this spell, or were we on the right track with the converted fringe tower when I was thinking that because there is a symbol, there is a magic, a sorcery-oriented symbol in front of that barrier, is it possible that there is a spell? There's a spell that actually... We don't know. I don't think we have any spells that literally say in the name erudition. Although we have lucidity. Lucidity? That's not the same as erudition, is it? I think I'm going to have to give some thought still to erudition light the way, but it seems like we have a very obvious lead in terms of regression. The problem is I need intelligence. So, and I don't exactly want to respec. I have been thinking about respecking, but man, you have to throw all these points into, so many points into intelligence. Let me think about this. Is there possibly a way? We're so low right now. We are such a dummy. But if we use a rune arc, we get to 14. If we use our Flask of Wondrous Physic with an intelligence not tier, we can get to 24. We need 37. We also have, maybe this is doable. Let's think about this for a minute, because we have pieces of gear and talismans that can also boost. Maybe there's a way where there is regression. There's a way. We can get to 14 with the Stargazer heirloom. We can get to... I'm probably just going to use a rune arc. So why don't we just use a rune arc for the other stuff that we're going to be doing today? I think we are going to want a rune arc. So let's do that. And before I forget, I will go ahead and upgrade my armor because I'm able to wear... By the way, let's quickly note something I had seen off, or had, as I was going through noting different items. Lionel's armor, or Lionel's armor. Lionel Messi, Lionel Richie, potato, whatever the case may be. This description here talks about the round iron armor with a banner extending from its back. I was like, oh, it has a banner? We are looking at the banner, which we can see has, I don't know, are those the swords of the Three Musketeers? What are we looking at there? Lionel's, was he a part of a famous trio? Maybe? Not sure. But that banner is okay, but I kind of like our Radagon's cape. I also like the way our arms, when we put on the the rotund Onion Knight armor. The arms move accordingly to make way. Okay, let me. I'm trying to max out my equip load here, but let's not worry too much about that at the moment. The real thing that we're trying to do here is get our intelligence maximized. We can use the Twin Sage Glintstone crown to get to 25. That increases by 6, doesn't it? So we get a boost of 6 from that helm. Are there any other helms that boost intelligence in any way? I think those are the ones. So if that is, those are the helms that, I don't know that we have any other gear off the top of my head. I'm not, if we look at through the other, I feel like it's only the headpieces that, I guess there's this commoner simple garb that does boost faith. I don't know if there were any that would be related to sorcery. I don't think so. I don't think there are any other. There may be some weapons. This is where I have not been taking super copious notes. But here's the thing. So we need, 2. If we drink our Flask of Wondrous Physic, we get to 35. We need 2 more points in intelligence. How do we temporarily boost intelligence? Do we have an item that would temporarily boost intelligence other than our Flask of Wondrous Physic? Is this a thing somewhere in here that I have forgotten about? Like, was there a catalyst or a wand that boosted intelligence? Like, if I went to equip one of these, would I actually get? Because we're gonna have to use one of these to. Or was there one? Oh, wait a second. We actually have to use a seal, don't we? Because this is an incantation. We actually do have to use a seal in order to cast this. Oh man, it feels like we are so tantalizingly close. There has to be something else that can boost our intelligence other than using a freaking larval tier. Oh, of course. Of course. We have a Scar Seal. We have a MARIKA Scar Seal that boosts our intelligence by 3. Of course. I'm a dingus. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go ahead. Oops. Let's teleport to the Erdtree Sanctuary, and we are going to do some stinking regression. we need to sit and we need to equip our regression, and we also need to change our Flask of Wondrous Physic to boost intelligence, which feels so strange, but we do what we must, and then we memorize. Where is it here? This guy, Law of Regression, takes 1 slot, does cost 55 FP. It's so interesting that it dispels all forms of mimicry. Could this, I mean, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna head down to the RADAGON statue, which I think is just down this way, right? I was taking the long way of dropping down this weird progression when there's just an elevator here that you can ride. A much more straightforward way to approach the Statue of Regression. All right, so then where do we use this is the question. We'll use it here in front of the, we'll first drink our flask, and then we will use it here in front of the message. Holy crap. Holy crap. And there's a new message. There's a new message. RADAGON has been transformed into MARIKA. What? What is the symbolism there? Let's read the message. No. 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 RADAGON is MARIKA? I'm recording, right? RADAGON is MARIKA? Are you serious? Am I supposed to take this literally? One of those moments, if ever a hydration was needed. Did we already lose our flask of wondrous physic? That is interesting. That apparently the side effect of casting that law of regression, are you dispelling your own special effects as well? I think that is the case, because I think we lost our flask of wondrous physic, which was supposed to last for like 3 minutes. That's a very, very minor side note in comparison to this discovery. What? Well, okay, this episode has taken a turn. This has never happened before in an Elden Ring episode, folks. You know what we have to do. You know what we have to do, folks. There's a few things potentially that we have to do, but there's at least a couple things that we have to do. There is at least a couple different things that we have to do. Okay, not this one. Well, let's stand a little closer first. Let's stand just a bit closer. And make sure... Okay, it may only be the RADAGON statue that is in the capital. The one that Muriel told us about. The secret in RADAGON's closet is that RADAGON is MARIKA. Was my theory this whole time? I mean, I haven't necessarily held to that theory, like maybe I should have, but my initial theory, based on the opening cutscene of the game alone, and seeing in one one freeze frame, the image of what looks like MARIKA shattering the Elden Ring, and in the very next freeze frame, seeing a much more manly, muscular figure shattering the Elden Ring. And then as time progressed and we learned more and more about King Consort RADAGON and how much involvement he has and everything, the idea occurred to me. Well, I initially thought, before learning about RADAGON, that MARIKA turned into a dude. That something in the process of shattering the Elden Ring caused that to happen. And that's why MARIKA has gone missing, right? The opening monologue of the game says that MARIKA is nowhere to be found. I was like, well, okay, what if she turned into a dude and y'all just don't know? Okay, I was thinking about using law of regression on our turtle pope, because who knows? At this point now, who knows what mimicry is afoot at every turn? Now, if our sus meter were not... The level of suspicion that has now been cast upon so many aspects of this game.
Greetings. Do you need anything?
Yeah, my dude. Yeah. I sort of have discovered something.
You know, it's said that Lord, a famed sculptor, when he glimpsed the sky, and as such, It is so unfortunate that Muriel does not react to this, because you're the one that told us, dude. Like, this should be something that you react to, and I'm sad. So now what I am going to try is, we're going to try law of regression. Turtle Pope, reveal yourself to be MARIKA. No. Or Ronnie, who, okay. So the Turtle Pope is the Turtle Pope, apparently. Wow. It's kind of it's funny that the law of regression, we are able to use it. We put our both of our twin sage heads together here and stacked enough items to be able to actually be smart enough to use the law of regression. You know, since we're in the neighborhood, we might as well try the converted fringe tower. I know it's erudition and not regression, but we might as well try, because why the fuck not? This is insane. RADAGON is MARIKA. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, game. Now, I will note that another idea that had briefly crossed my mind was, what if we wear the MARIKA's Scar Seal? Since there's a MARIKA statue here, what if we wear the MARIKA Scar Seal? That doesn't have an effect. But, is it possible? Is it possible that they were trying to put us on the trail of dispelling all forms of mimicry? No. Okay, fine. It's something else. It feels like this is a clue in that it's trying to tell us about these different schools of magic that we should be looking at. This one is, which school of magic is this? It's Celia, right? We want to be looking at the Celia sorceries. But who knows? We may not have picked up the Celia sorceries that we need. We have Ambush Shard, Night Shard, Night Comet, Night Maiden's Mist, Erudition, Light the Way. This Lucidity, or something similar, what did we try last time? We tried Starlight. What if there is you've got the caster holding the staff aloft, one from the Rhea Lucaria school of magic, one from the Carian royal family. What if there is an equivalent one somewhere, and we just haven't found it yet? What if we just have not yet found erudition, similar to the law of regression? Maybe it's as simple as that. And we should stop fretting over something that is just not meant to happen yet. That's probably the prudent course of action. We're going to go over here to the Bellum Church and check this statue of RADAGON as well, just to be sure. Just to be sure that we are not missing anything. Okay, so some of these RADAGON statues are the real deal, but who really is RADAGON? This is insane, guys. Absolutely insane. And I cannot wrap my head around it fully right now. I'm sure that we are getting very close to needing to do a complete lore review, going back through like the story trailer and maybe the opening cutscene, and me going through all of my notes again. It just takes a lot of time, and you don't always have that time to devote to thinking about Elden Ring that you would like to. So for now, I think what we're gonna do is turn our attention back to my list, my little to-do list that I had so thoughtfully constructed for the beginning of this episode. I am also going to switch all of my equipment back to the way I had it. When you think about it, it is really remarkable what we just did. What we just did in, actually, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna switch our wondrous physic back as well. What we just did though, being able to go from like less than 10 intelligence up to almost 40 is just kind of insane. And it really is, I think, it just shows you how awesome Elden Ring is. They would never have done, this was just not something they did in previous games, where you had that ability outside of completely respecking your character, the ability to temporarily tech into almost an entirely different build.
just for the purposes of casting a spell in order to reveal a super sus statue. An illusory statue that reveals potentially one of the most massive revelations in the whole game. If I'm not overthinking it, RADAGON is MARIKA. What in the actual hell? Was I right all along? Part of me just wants to be super geeked about the prospect of being so correct, way more correct than I thought I was, about MARIKA being RADAGON. That is insane. Let's go ahead and we're going to switch back to our RADAGONs. We're going to do the entire switcheroo back here. I think I'm going to, by default, go with the green turtle talisman. It feels like this is a very good all-purpose build in terms of having 4 talisman slots. This feels like a good go-to, and then you can swap. Maybe the green turtle talisman is your main flex spot, and you switch to, you know, fire protection or resistance to death as the need arises. Maybe even the Fab Ring is something we can flex out as needed. This may not be as necessary to the build as I've been holding on to, but either way, we've got 4 ring slots now, which is awesome. Maybe the best development from last episode. We also have, what was the other? My first notes were to tell you about the upgrades that I did. My Magma Worm Scale Sword is at a +7, and we're going to start using it again, at least for this episode. I want to do some Magma Guillotine, and I want to lean back into fire. I have a lot of fire spells equipped, as well as Flame Grant Me Strength. We're going to have some fun with fire this episode. And Claw Mark Seal has been upgraded to a +15 because we have so many Smithing Stones level 5 now. So we are doing those upgrades, and I've also upgraded my special ashes. All these special ashes are now upgraded to at least a +5, since we have our theoretically unlimited Ghost Glovewort at the Twin Maiden husks. I did not go to +6 on these just because it was getting expensive, and I am greedy. Even though I have so many runes in my inventory, and I did calculate how many runes that I have. It was something like, before I spent on the upgrades that I did off camera, it was something like almost 500,000. 500,000 runes just laying around in my inventory, guys. I know, I have a problem. This is always me in FromSoft games, and maybe role-playing games in general, is I enjoy stockpiling and hoarding a plethora of items. And maybe it's for the best. Maybe it's really for the best, because I kind of generally get over-leveled anyways. As things happen, the way I play role-playing games, I just explore every square inch of every zone as much as I can, and that means I am killing everything in sight, and I just naturally get over-leveled. So I don't know if it was supposed to take us 2 attempts against Godfrey. I don't know if Godfrey is supposed to be, or at least that version of Godfrey, I don't know if he's supposed to be that easy. It kind of feels like we might be a little over-leveled. It's not on purpose. It's not something that I'm trying to do. It's just how I naturally play these games. So imagine if we were spending some of those 500K. Imagine if we were doing that. I did want to, while we were in the neighborhood here of the Erdtree Sanctuary, I was too curious. I wanted to approach this building that we had turned away from last time, and I wanted to take a peek and see what was awaiting us. But I can see now. I can see now that we have taken a closer look, a closer peek. Not only is there a site of grace inside awaiting us, but I do think that there is a black knife assassin as well that is awaiting us. So with that, let's go ahead and do some battle. I was gonna turn away once again, but I actually want to do a little bit of fighting. I want to take on a black knife assassin, and I want to do some magma guillotine. Let's make it happen. We'll start with a frenzy burst, though. Wait a second. No, it is a black knife assassin. It's just a kind of a weak one. It's kind of a weak one, or we're strong.
I think we're strong, guys. I think we might be a little over leveled, possibly. I couldn't resist though. I wanted to take a peek at this building and see what there is to see. I see there is an epic item in front of this site of grace. And there is also a... What am I looking at here? It almost feels like a massive bed or a couch, I guess. It's much more of a couch. I had visions of amazing chests ahead. That's kind of what this was reminding me of here. What are we looking at, actually? It's it feels a little bit like the library, Renala's library, with all the books piled high, except these are the 10 Commandments. They're on the stone tablets of the Golden Order has been inscribed on the 10 Commandments here. Touch grace. I am not going to be progressing in the direction of that fog gate. We are not going to go beyond this building just this moment. This is too momentous of a, like, I don't know what all we're going to do before we go to that, but we're not going to go there just yet. We will pick up this item. It's a spell, Blessing of the Erd Tree. Grants greater blessing to self and nearby allies. 38 faith, which we have. Grants a greater blessing. Oh, dude. Dude. I kind of had a feeling that this looked like... Yo, what is our trickle heal called, actually? I think I actually forgot the name of our trickle heal. Shame on me. Blessing's Boon. It's just trickle heal in my mind. I had forgotten the actual name. But the artwork, it felt very similar. And it is, in fact, the exact same artwork. It's this... I think what we now can classify as this symbol here is what I think is called the symbol of Erd Tree worship. If we're thinking about these incantations here next to it are the Erd Tree worship incantations. But at the same time, we also see this, it's the symbol, it has the 4 rings in the middle, but then it's got kind of the Erd Tree outgrowth from that point. But that is also present here, it looks like, from what we can see, trying to look past the aspects of the Crucible artwork. I think the same symbol is on these. Ancient Erd Tree incantations is what these are called. I guess, but that, actually, this is the same thing. This is also an ancient Erd Tree incantation. So maybe it is something different from Erd Tree worship. I could be wrong. Because what I'm seeing past the Wrath of Gold is actually a little different. It's got something a little more structured. The circle around. This one doesn't have that circle around the Erd Tree. Okay, I'm getting focused on details here that are perhaps important, perhaps not. We have now Blessing of the Erd Tree, though, which grants a greater blessing to the caster and nearby allies, gradually restoring a large amount of HP. Let's go. Uber trickle heal. The Erd Tree once flourished with abundance, yet it was only for a fleeting moment, such is the course of all life. It costs 60 FP. Excuse me. How much of a trickle heal are we getting out of that? That's a lot. That's a hefty price to pay. We're gonna equip it. We are going to equip it, I think, unless it was 2 memory slots, 1 memory slot. We're just gonna put that in there and have it ready to use at a moment's notice, and we will see exactly how much of a heal we get. Let's just explore around the rest of this room just to see if there's anything else hiding behind the... This is quite the... Man, somebody was seriously doing some inscribing, and inscribing on the stone tablets feels like it would be so much more painful and time-consuming compared to just writing on a scroll of paper. Okay, that is where we are stopping in terms of pressing forward. This is the Queen's Bedchamber. Look at that. Let's rest here. Just in case. I'm so curious to see if we're gonna cross paths again with Melina. We have to cross paths with Melina, right? We have to cross paths with her at some point. Okay, that's a summoning pool there on the staircase. This fog gate is so enticing. It is so enticing. We're gonna wait, but this is the Queen's Bedchambers. Man, it really feels. Does this not feel like we could totally have Guinevere just perched on the couch here. Probably not the most comfy couch in the world, but it does say bedchamber, so it actually is kind of more of a bed. Marika's bed, aka Radagon's bed. Holy shit, dude! Marika is Radagon. What the actual hell? Like, they're so. Marika and Radagon are supposed to have kids together, aren't they? Aren't we supposed to have like both Mikola and Melania? Aren't they both supposed to be their kids? How exactly does that work? I can't even speak correctly here. I'm losing it thinking about Radagon and Renala are supposed to have a bunch of kids as well. If Radagon is Marika, how does that shit work? Okay, let me look at my list here. There, the other little bit, I guess, of housekeeping. It's not really housekeeping. We picked up this painting last time, the flightless bird painting. I think, as I was looking at it, I think we need to go farther over here. I think I marked it here on my map. I marked the spot where I think maybe that painting is at. Let's go give a look here near Dominula. Actually, maybe in Dominula. We get the title card for Dominula, so it is part of Dominula. But I had a feeling that looking at that painting, since the painting shows the tower, this tower that we can kind of see in the distance. It's a little dark right now. But it looked like it has to be from over here, right? It has to be somewhere in this, the laughing. There it is. There it is. All right. Man, how would you be able to paint with this business going on? How would you ever be able to truly capture the artist's inspiration from this location with that nonsense in the background? Oh my god, we're getting another incantation, and this one is a fire one. Fire's deadly sin. Sets area and self ablaze with raging flames. Incantation originating from a deeply ominous prophecy sets both the caster and the surrounding area ablaze with raging flames. The caster's body will remain engulfed in flame for a while, burning them and any who draw near. Charging enhances potency. The prophet despaired, looking up at the Erd tree, for soon the kindling would burst into flame, bringing ruin. The burning of the Erd tree is the first cardinal sin. That is not the domain of mere men. Holy fucking shit. Dude, this game is so freaking cool. We're gonna try this immediately, and we are going to our first test. We can take this off the map. Our first test dummies are gonna be the cackling Dominula eggs. We are going to be setting some hags ablaze. Let's memorize a new spell. Holy shit. What are we going to swap out for this? I had, I like my sniper action. Maybe we will just, instead of Flame of Frenzy, let's go ahead and swap Flame of Frenzy for Fire's Deadly Sin. Let's see how that works. We're gonna go ahead and just try out the spell on its own. Yeah, it's deactivated when we get on Torrent, like many other spells that we've seen that have to be done on foot, which is fine. We're more comfortable with fighting on foot anyways. Do we just get in the center and just light it up? Okay, that didn't have as much of a
That didn't have nearly as much of an impact as I was hoping. But they do kind of they are taking a not insignificant amount of, oh boy, okay, we saw what happened there when they got to do the, they bite their, oh my god, they bite. I don't even want to talk about what they are doing to themselves. Okay. All right. This is cool. I mean, it's not cool, actually. It's the opposite of cool. It is fire. It is straight fire. We are taking damage, though. That's really interesting. It is actually... It has a damage over time component for both them and us. Okay, that is actually a pretty substantial trickle heal. Yo, that's not a bad trickle heal there. That's ticking for like... I wonder if it lasts the same amount of time as Blessing's Boon. The fire looks like it lasts for about a minute. The Fire's Deadly Sin. Okay, we'll play around with that one. It doesn't seem to do the most damage. It's not a crazy amount of damage, but it kind of works right alongside the fact that we have an inherent trickle heal with both our shield and the spell that we like to use. So that's a nice pickup. So we can cross the painting off our list. And now we're gonna go back, and I think the other part of the city that I want to explore is this part over here. We do have the mystery of how to get inside. Actually, let me go ahead and take a moment and let's go to the Divine Bridge. This is what I was thinking of doing. I wanted to go back to the Divine Bridge and just scout this out, because it occurred to me that there are potentially two ways to get into this area. So there is what I initially thought was the Grand Lift. Is this the Grand Lift? Seems so silly in retrospect. But there is some sort of a lift, I think, down below in this fortified manor, which we now also, holy shit, the other crazy discovery from last time, the Round Table Hold is actually a real life location. Real life. What is real life in a game like Elden Ring? It could be that this is the present day location of the Round Table Hold, and that wherever we are going is some version either far in the past or somewhere in the recesses of our consciousness. Who exactly knows? And as I said last time, spoiler alert for other games, if you are here watching, then I cannot guarantee that you will not come across discussion from other games that is highly relevant to the lore and discovery to be had in those games. But spoiler alert for Bloodborne and DS3. I mean, it feels very similar to both the Hunter's Dream and Firelink Shrine. I did remember Firelink Shrine was the name. That's not the name that I forgot last time. I forgot the rest of what is outside of Firelink Shrine in DS3. What is the area around is it the Ashen Grave? Something along those lines that is connected to Lothric Castle. They've done this a couple times now, where you have your home base that turns out to be a location elsewhere in the game that is, and gosh, it's so very much like DS3 if you think about Lothric Castle connected to Firelink Shrine, Leyendell Royal Capital connected, not even just connected, like actually directly has the Round Table Hold inside of it, right next to the Erdtree. Insane. What does it all mean? Hell if I know. What I'm looking for here was I wanted to see, could we potentially get into the inside of this fortified manor via the dragon? Is there a way to cross over on top of this dragon? I'm not sure if that's, I don't know how we would get, I don't know how we would actually get up to that. Like, the dragon obviously is draped over to where the fortified manor section is. Actually, it would be better for us to go up here, wouldn't it? Go back up to the west. Maybe, maybe not. Because it could be that we are supposed to... It could be that... Well, gosh, I forgot that guy was there. Oh, there's a knight there too. Okay. That actually scared the hell out of me. I kind of wish, yeah, I do wish that that Fire's Deadly Sin was much stronger. That initial burst. It doesn't even like one-shot like a little old foot soldier. That's a bit unfortunate. I thought that the damage over time might attract his attention. But we still got the backstab. That was a little bit surprising. If we're going to get into this fortified manor, it could be that we're actually supposed to get there from the underground. We now know about this, the Shunning-Grounds. And it could be that that's really the obvious way, or the straightforward way for us to get inside. Because I don't see this path up the dragon kind of stops here, I think. I don't think we can actually go up any higher on the dragon from this angle. I think the answer might be to get there through the Shunning-Grounds. So, let's explore where this other beacon is. Because there's another section of the capital here that I want to cross off, check off our list before we head in the direction of the Erd Tree. So I think we can head down this elevator here. I would like to go ahead. I'm sure there's stuff we've missed, but it feels like we have done, if you draw like an area around here, you have like there's this lower section of buildings, and then maybe the gold tinged rooftops section. It feels like we've done a pretty good pass through those, or through that area. Like I said, probably a couple things we've missed, but in my mind, I've done my first playthrough thoroughness in that whole section of the capital that I am satisfied with. So for now, I want to press toward... I want to go through this set of gates and see there's a whole nother section over here that we need to spend some time checking out. I can see in the distance there is a Misbegotten patrolling. Go ahead and take this beacon off the list. Off the map. Out of commission. Take it. Give that beacon a break. Feels kind of nice to get back to using Flame Grant Me Strength. I don't know exactly how useful of a spell it is, because it does last such a short period of time. How many? 7/6 is what I'm using. Good. Okay. It does not last the longest, and you may not always need it. But it's nice to use in conjunction with something like Frenzied Burst to make sure that you get that charged up one shot against enemies from a distance. All right, are we going to go along? I think we're going to go along the lower section here first. Get rid of the zombie dog. Man, that does so much damage. Was hoping I could get 2 zombie dogs for the price of 1. Thought there was somebody sneaking up on me. Yeah, bark away. Bark away, and I will whack your face. That's what I was hoping for. Let's go. Line them up. Lightning-proof dried liver. Oh. There's so much ashier over here. So much ash in this section of the city. Mikola's Lily. Ooh. Wait, what is that? Oh my god, it's actually a Leonine Misbegotten? It is actually one of you, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and drink my Flask of Wondrous Physic. Did I switch the flask back to a... Oh, you don't have much health. Why did I do that? You actually don't have any health. Why did I use my Flask of Wondrous Physic on you? Just because you were a boss at one point. And I thought, well, okay. We might be exploring a very short little portion of the city. So maybe it makes sense to just use my Flask of Wondrous Physic right now. I saw the red hair on the Misbegotten, and I was thinking, I was like, oh, is there something connected to RADAGON here? Like not a red-haired wolf. Perfume bottle. Okay, that's cool. Not a red-haired wolf, but something. I saw the Mikola's lilies, and I you know, I've got RADAGON on the brain, which is apparently the same as having MARIKA on the brain. What the fuck? RADAGON is MARIKA. Guys, was I right all along? Should we go back and rewatch? I don't know, what episode was it where we did the story trailer reaction and my theorizing? I think some of you said in the comments that it's going to be fun one day to go back and review and give a breakdown on the things that I was right about and the things that I was very, very wrong about. And I do agree that will be fun, but we're probably not there yet. Probably got a ways to go, and many, many more discoveries to be had. I'm trying to make a little bit of speed up the pace here a little bit here as I take advantage of my... Why am I not just doing a guard counter? I don't know. Trying to take advantage of my Flask of Wondrous Physic before it runs out. Oh, you are a little bit stronger. You are a little bit stronger. Not strong enough, though. There are... I hear a lot of growling going on here. Oh, that's because you guys are sleeping in the... You are sleeping in the bushes. Got it. That's why I hear... Not growling, I hear snoring. It's snoring that I hear, and there's... I see why. Y'all were sniffing the soporific grease. It all makes sense. It adds up. What the hell's going on down here? You are praying to a statue. Okay. Praying to a statue of who? It looks like the same statue that's in the Church of Vows. Is it not? I'm going to give myself my trickle heal. We're going to do our new trickle heal. Boy, oh boy, is it expensive, but I want to use it. I want to use it. Because I love seeing that health tick up. I mean, gosh, that's... Can we really even call that a trickle heal? What's the advanced, speedier version of a trickle? Somber Smithing Stone 6. a stream. It's a stream heal. There's another Leonine Misbegotten. Okay. And they're giving us the ability to summon. We didn't get to summon Dolores yet. Let's get Dolores. Let's bring the Sleeping Arrow Puppet. It's perfect. These guys are susceptible. These guys are weak to sleep. It's perfect. Go, Dolores. I don't think sleep's gonna work against the Leonine Misbegotten. I could be wrong. I love the arrows that are so many Saint Trina's arrows, I think, that are being lodged into the Leonine Misbegotten here. All right. The rest of you all are I mean, wow. It's actually kind of sad. I think now that I think about things, all of you are. Oh, we got a perfumer hanging out over here. We got a perfumer. There's a couple perfumers. Yo, he got put to sleep. He actually got put to sleep. Okay, we have a lot of you are on our case. Hold on here, one at a time. You are going to try to run away and do your fireworks nonsense, aren't you? They drop Miranda powder? Okay. I think... Yo, what the hell? I've never had that attack happen. I've never been fallen prey to that flying... what the hell did you even do to me? That was very unexpected. I'd never seen that before. All right, Dolores. Man, Dolores was actually pretty... The sleep effect there. I think we finally were really seeing that in action. I have like a sleep pot that I've had on my bar here that I have not... I have been like, man, I'll use that at some point. I'll utilize that at some point. I'm not going to utilize it here against the remnants of the Misbegotten, who are just here at their dead family members' graves. They are praying and bemoaning the loss of their loved ones, and I'm here relentlessly murdering them. The Tarnish of No Renown cares not cares not about the hapless Misbegotten and their woes. That's pretty cool. The Sleeping Arrow Puppet. I liked Dolores. An item in the middle of a staircase. All of a sudden, my mind went to, there's going to be a boulder that just appears out of thin air, isn't there? I go to pick this up and wham, Celia boulder. Okay. Nascent butterfly. This is a very, very different feeling area. This is, I guess, technically outside of the walls of the capital. So this is maybe the area where, well, the rejects get banished to. This also feels like this could be like a little boss area. Oh, there's a building here to the side. Not just a building, but what I guess is an elevator. There's an elevator switch here. And okay. This type of elevator will always to me be a DS2 style elevator, because that was I don't think they did any elevators like this where you had, no, I take that back. The Duke's Archives elevator was kind of like this, wasn't it? Where it had a railing around the entire elevator and then it would close you in. So I take it back. It may not be, the one that stands out in my mind is the elevator in DS2 that goes from, is it Hade's Tower of Flame to, you're on your way to the, what's the pirate cove location. Boy, we are slathered in blood. I love it. Let me check one more time out here. I don't know why I'm so thoroughly Feeling like I might have missed something out here. But I think we're ready to move on. I was not expecting there to be... Where would this... Oh, okay. Actually, nope. This makes perfect sense because I feel like this is actually the progression. Speaking of going from Hades Tower to... gosh, what was the name of that zone? It was a terrible zone. It was really a horrible... not so well-designed zone with... Oh my god. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, this is like... all of a sudden the Divine Tower music kicks in. And I realize we're potentially on the way to another Divine Tower. Or we are here at a... Wait a second. What in the hell? What? What? It's definitely the Divine Tower music. Okay, okay. I at first thought that this... I thought that this symbol here, is it a rune? I thought that it was here in the middle of this little area, but it's actually part of the... Maybe not a fog gate, but this feels like a barrier that means you're not allowed to pass. It's not Radagon's rune. Is it a rune that we don't have yet? This might be a rune that we don't have. It's one of the Erd tree, or one of the capital soldiers. I thought for a second that maybe there was like, these were going to be Radahn soldiers, because I had this idea that Radagon's rune was somehow... There it is, sealed by Morgott the Grace-Given. Okay, maybe that's who is there in front of the Erd tree. That would make a lot of sense. Morgott is supposed to be one of the great rune bearers, right? Or shard bearers. And so this feels, I mean, talk about Anne Orlando, Duke's Archives. That's what that feels like. Flame Drake Talisman +1. We have the +1 now. Fascinating. Now we know where this goes. We can now cross this little area off our list. It's a little inconvenient, slightly inconvenient to get to. There's no, I would have thought there would be a site of grace here. The game has been pretty good about giving you very convenient sites of grace. So we'll go ahead and send this elevator back down. And then we will turn our attention where? Where will we turn our attention? We have a couple... We could go to the Shunning-Grounds. The Shunning-Grounds is maybe the main point of progression if we're not going to the Erd tree, right? If we're not going through the fog gate, that takes us, you know, this fog gate right here. If we're not doing this shit right now, which I think I want to save for next episode. I'm sure y'all are dying to see me walk through that fog gate. But I don't want to do it just yet. So it's either go to the Shunning-Grounds, or do one of these Ariza side tomb, Ariza hero's grave. One of those. I think we will go ahead and check out the Shunning-Grounds. I think I want to spend some time here. And if we have some time left at the end, maybe we will take a look at one of the Ariza side tomb or otherwise. I was going to say, do these Omen respawn? Yeah, okay. That guy is over there a bit. So, okay. Yeah, the reason that I'm interested in this place is there is potentially a way into here, the fortified manor. It feels like that could be... We also know that there's supposed to be, you know, something related to Dung Eater down here. I think. If this is the right area, then Dung Eater and his quest line may also be progressed by exploring down here. I just wanted to double check what I had inside my wondrous physic. Faith plus flame shrouding. I think that is fine. And I think our flask setup is also fine, considering what we're doing here with Blessing of the Erd Tree. This may be overkill for us, considering that we do already get a trickle heal from our shield as well. I don't think I'm in love with this Fire's Deadly Sin. I think I'm gonna go back to the Flame of Frenzy. That spell is interesting, but it just does feel a bit on the weak side. What we are gonna do here, though, is we're going to get started with roasting some Omen. Do our sniper business for as long as we can. That was not a very powerful spell that he... Ooh, that is a move. God damn it. His physical prowess is much better than his whatever flame that he breathes. That is a much less scary attack compared to everything else that he does. Everything else that this guy throws our way. We're already down 3 healing flasks. I am, I don't know if I'm equipped. I was talking about being over-leveled before. I don't know if I'm quite equipped to handle exactly what you all are going to be throwing my way. The Flame of the Phil God is not bad, though. Why am I doing a guard counter there? I'm nowhere near close enough. I'd like to get some value out of my trickle heal here, but I shouldn't be greedy. And we will still get value out of our trickle heal. The Omen are tough, though. You guys, if that is one little thing to think about with this area, is if it's gonna be chock full of Omen, am I really gonna be able to survive down here? Blood-soaked manchettes and blood-soaked mask. The Flame Drake Talisman, I was assuming, would have the same exact description as the other similar talismans, and that looks to be the case. The blood-soaked mask is formed from tightly wound bandages soaked through with blood. Even the most ghastly cover is more inviting than the festering face beneath. Sure. Sure. Okay. seems... I did see this ladder, just by the way. I did see the ladder. I did miss this item, I guess, though. Golden Rune 11. I did see this ladder. We will head down there once we have expended all other potential avenues of exploration. Which maybe there are not too many. I do hear some rats down below. We could fall down to that area. And we have another gate that is locked from the other side, as well as a couple... 2 omen for the price of 1. Let's go down the ladder. There's also that item up there. Not immediately clear how we get to that. I don't want to tussle with this guy if I can help it, but I did want to take a closer look and see if I could figure out. We'll have to think about that one. Maybe it will just become obvious as we explore, make our way through. Who knows what twists and turns the Subterranean Shunning-Grounds will hold. That's an imp. Usually not so... Yeah, I was gonna say, they're usually not very weak to fire. I would like to switch to my Magma Scale Sword, please. And then I will try to get the rest out of my... The rest out of my FP before I drink my Cerulean Flask. Try not to swing myself off a ledge either. I'll let you do that. Oh, you're gonna do this business? Really? Okay. Have it your way. Serpent arrows. AKA poison arrows. Loyal minions of the Formless Serpents. We're gonna have some snakes down here. Why'd it have to be snakes? Snakes in my mind so far are associated with a character who we know very little about. That being Rykard. We know almost next to nothing other than he has a serpentine demeanor. Thankful for the solid sound design in this area that is pointing out these sneak attacks to me, even when I don't see them coming. I can at least hear them coming. This might be overkill. But it's fun. Can he even get to us? The stance break from Flame of the Fell God. That's fun. All right, where are we going here? Where are we going? This place has got some diverging paths to explore. Why don't we... Oh, I see you. Is that death? Just no, there is, I'd see the item that has spawned from the imp, or that's just an item that's there on the ground, but there is ground. He just took fall damage. But there is a, oh yeah, there's plenty of items actually on the ground. So when we finally do make it to the ground floor, we can look forward to picking those up. This guy with the big sword has a little more poise, or a little more stance. He doesn't get broken nearly as... Takes an extra hit. Takes an extra guard counter. That's fun, though. 5 fire grease. Fire grease. Okay, I can't get across... Yeah, there's... I can't get across there right now. What I was thinking, as I hear a scarab probably above us, and I also see a guy above us, that item that was up above is probably going to be reached. Ooh, that was a little dangerous. I swung there in a way that could have swung me off the ledge. It may even just be over here. The path that leads us to that other item. We are embracing the guard counters right now against the imps. Yeah, this is gonna be it, right? This is going to be it. Or is it? Whoa, okay, this is, there's more to this. I thought this was just gonna lead directly up to that little beam that has the item on it, so hold on. Hold on. We're gonna try to be systematic here. Smithing stone 7. Let's go. Wait, is that our... That's not our first smithing stone 7. We have picked up 6 of those, in fact. We have many upgrade materials that, along with rune items, I am hoarding like a greedy mofo. Man, that scarab feels so close. Where are you? There's actually a pipe to fall down to here, isn't there? Hold on. Hold on. One thing at a time. Somber smithing stone 6. I feel like there might be more than one scarab. I don't know. The sound is making it hard to tell exactly where that scarab is at. Or if maybe there are multiple. Because you get to hear... Well, never mind. Where'd the scarab go? Maybe it's moving. It could be a mobile scarab. Okay, we're not going to drop down. I was thinking about dropping down to this. There's a pipe that's below us here, but I don't think I want to do that. I want to go this way. Oh. Oh, this is the other side. This is the other side. Okay. And this was Mr. Dude who needed a manicure, who we fought against before. So let's... Okay, hold on here. We're going to... How are we going to do this? We're just going to do Flame of the Fell God. Because I think... Yeah. That didn't hit him! What? That didn't hit him. Lame. Man, just his little uppercut. Just his little uppercut punches. I like that we can at least knock him out of some stuff with guard counters. Oh boy, look out. Look out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The spirits. Shit. Shit. Why? Oh, that was a new attack. That was a new attack that I wasn't ready for. Fuck me. Now we lose our rune arc. Shit. Well, and I didn't even open that door either. That's so annoying. That is so annoying, because now I gotta fucking... Oh my god. The run back here. I'm probably heavy load as well. Hold on. That was not necessary. Apparently we've not picked up freezing grease before. I think we can actually craft this, but I could be wrong about that. We're heavy load. We are going to readjust. Just like Mr. Mushroom, we are going to readjust and head down this ladder. Okay. Okay. There's so many imps to run past, though. So many imps to run past. This part is going to be a little bit annoying. Just a little bit annoying to run past all these imps. Especially because they throw things at you and all kinds of stuff. I should have turned my lantern on. Probably going to take a silly science death here. Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ. Oh no! The tight confines of this hallway blocking my scale sword from landing. No! That is annoying. Okay, the run back was not as bad as I feared. We still have one guy on our case. Oh, and he's not... Come on, get up here. Get up here! What are you doing? Dude. Alright, alright. I just don't want to have an imp to deal with when I'm taking on the omen in the next room. Can we please handle our business here? Now I got fire bombs being launched at me. Freaking imps. The imps are getting to me. They're getting to me. Of course, this all could have been avoided if I had just, you know, not engaged the enemy. If I had just gone and opened this over here. If I had just gone and opened this thing. All of this could have been avoided. Very, very easily. The only problem is there's a run back past that omen there. These guys are not fun. Okay. Flame grant me strength. Serenity now. Interestingly, that guy does not aggro. Okay. He has to aggro at some point, doesn't he? Shadow bait? Shadow bait, huh? No backstab. No backstab. What's up with no backstab? All right, now we know that there are spirits to avoid here. Man, you are a beefy one. You are such a beefy boy. I hate it. I hate it. Do I really even need to kill you? Do I need... this guy definitely was a more powered up version of the Omen. And, do I really need... I was looking for a challenge. I have been looking for a challenge, have I not? Can I sneak past this guy? I cannot sneak past this guy unless I use my new spell. Why don't we check out our new spell first? Let's turn on our lantern. And let's check out Shadow Bait. Creates shadow that lures the aggression of foes of human build. Okay, I'm listening. Creates a pale gold shadow before the caster. luring foes of human build and attracting their aggression. This incantation can be cast while in motion or crouching, and will still affect foes that are already in a combat state. It is said that those beguiled by the shadow see within it a hated foe. Okay, we gotta try this. Time to experiment and see if we have a tool that's actually tailor-made for dealing with really nasty, hairy omen motherfuckers. What do we switch out? This bestial sling I don't think is going to cut it against against these guys. So let's swap out bestial sling for shadow bait. So the question is, when I cast this, what does this look like? I see. So it works kind of like a fire bomb. Wow, that does not last very long. Okay, but does it work against? Does it work against these guys? Can I, if I look up higher, do I get a farther range? I do, kind of, and it does attract them. Holy shit! So then, once they are, I see. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. We can really use this, can't we? This is something that we can totally take advantage of. So now if I cast this, let's say that I cast this over to the right. I love that I can angle upwards and get a bigger arc out of it. So let's say I put that over there. He starts going after that. Okay. And then when it's gone, he sort of turns back. Okay. So I need to just take advantage of this. That is so cool. And then, when he's done attacking, he's not picked up our scent. Oh, I love it. Okay. Okay. Great. We still did not get up to this item up in the rafters. That remains a mystery. Nope. Ooh, shit. Hold on. Oh my god, there's so many guys. There's so many guys that are on our case all of a sudden. I waited around too long. Okay, they can't climb ladders, right? No, they can't climb ladders! What the fuck? Guys, what the fuck? What the fuck? They can actually climb ladders. Oh, it doesn't work on rats, right? It doesn't work on rats. Not that I need it to work on rats. Who cares if it works on rats? Okay, is that guy still coming? Holy fucking shit, they can climb ladders! These omen are way overpowered. I'm out of combat. Let me just warp back down here. I just wanted to be out of combat so I could warp back to this side of grace. Yo, okay, we have a nice little utility spell to add to our repertoire. I do wish that it lasted just a bit longer, but I think we can definitely make use of this. I'll be curious to see if it works against the imps. That will be... I mean, we can try it right now and find out. We can try it and see. No! That didn't go where I was thinking it would go. Maybe not so much. Maybe it doesn't really work against the imps. Let's get my lantern back. I don't think it works against the imps, guys. I could be wrong. Let's try that one more time here. Try to angle this. The omen reacted to it like right away. They were on that shit. The imps could care less. Feel like the imps really don't give a shit. So, all right. So do I want to bring... Do I want to use a rune arc? Not yet. When there is... That is a lobster. That is a lobster. Fuck me. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Yes? Are you going to attack me or what? Why were you so confused about what to do? Why was that a tough decision? I may need a rune arc, guys. I may need one because there's a freaking lobster. I need to really figure out how... Oh, okay, well that works. I'm fine with that. How do I... Oh my god, we got a new imp head. So there's all these different flavors. Oh, this one's beautiful. Long-tongued. Head covering made from the largely unaltered head of an impish golem. Resembling a long-tongued demon, it holds trace amounts of... What is that word? Vexatious dexterity. Is that the name of a, I'm actually gonna refrain from what I was gonna say. I don't think I've ever heard that word before. Vexatious. Vexatious dexterity. All right, I'm getting sick and tired of these motherfucking imps in my motherfucking sewers. And I'm out of... No, I wasn't out of stamina. Why did I not get the riposte right away? Oh my god, how many... I forgot how many of there you are. How many there are of you motherfuckers. Will you never stop? Get out of here. Oh my god. I think we have to go down, guys. I think we have to go down. The other option would be to drop down. Dude, fuck me. The other option would be to drop down. There was that, if we were to climb back up the ladder and then drop down, I think I will do that actually. Before I drop down into Lobsterland, I really do want to find out where this scarab is. But before we drop, because I could drop down, there's this pipe here that we could drop to, maybe, or maybe that's a death. There is also this pipe here that's above the lobster. That's probably the more likely location that we're meant to descend, to which we're meant to descend. But first, let's go back up here. Okay, this area is officially annoying me. Officially getting on my nerves. What the hell is this guy doing? Excuse me? I have questions. Remember, guys, RADAGON is MARIKA. While all this is going on... Oh, no, I don't think I can get back up, can I? Ooh. No? Okay, got it. We're good. RADAGON is MARIKA. As if we didn't have enough to think about already. Oh, shit. See, this is the only problem here. The only problem... rats. Lots and lots of rats. Lots and lots of too many rats. I suppose if you want to get rune arcs, if you want to go farm some rune arcs playing offline, I think I have picked up on the similarity once again between the theme, the ongoing theme across the Souls games, and when it comes to rats, is that they do seem to drop the you know, humanity. They are the ones that you can farm for those items, which are allow you to walk around more powered up. But you can also get those by just playing online, co-oping with. I presume, I'm guessing that it is probably the case. If I were to go online, I could co-op with some people, take down some bosses that I've beaten before myself, and just like throw down my summon sign. And oh boy, that's a Miranda Bloom. Go ahead and co-op with those people in order to quickly farm. I'm out of juice. In order to farm rune arcs. Oh, I also forgot that my sword is fire. I'm using a fire sword again. I don't have to use fire spells necessarily. Oh my god, that was so much damage. When I'm dealing with the Miranda Blooms, I can stun them with my regular old weapon. So the thing I was getting at, though, the whole point of what I was saying there is that if I really wanted to not have to worry about rune arcs, I could just go online and, you know, as part of my off-camera playtime when I do get to, I don't really get to play off-camera very much. I really don't. It's really not something that I have very much time to do. I'm not gonna worry about poison until let's get rid of this guy first, and then I will worry about preserving boluses. Let's get the Miranda dorks out of here. We'll throw the sleeping pot to the side and get our, I guess they're neutralizing boluses. Excuse me. Do I even need to worry about that when I have a trickle shield? I don't know. You tell me. I thought I was under the impression, though, that when... Oh, there is a riposte to be had. I just missed it before. I thought that they could not release poison. Never mind, though. That is not... When they're on fire, they can still release poison. That fire is not a complete stun that completely... It does not completely remove their ability to bust out the poison. Furl Calling Finger Remedy. Let's make sure we didn't miss any. Aha, there is a side path there. Okay, so there's a side path down that pipe. Got a Mario pipe to the side, and then we have a ladder that goes up to somewhere. Maybe that item. Let's see where this goes. Hello? Hello? Oh, that was nice. That was definitely a great use case for Flame Frenzy. I love it. Oh boy, there are holes in the floor, which I need to be mindful of. Okay, I guess maybe I don't need to worry about you. So we're just gonna move along. Move along to the next set of slugs. Where the hell are we going here? Jesus Christ. You all are... Get out of my way. Oh, I like that I could reach you. Very nice. The diverging paths are starting to get a little bit confusing here. Sus sewer walls, anyone? God, this is gross. This is really disgusting. I hate what y'all have done with the place. Hello? Does not open from this side. It kind of feels like we are in a jail, doesn't it? Kind of feels like we might have found the sewer jail, guys. Sewer jail perhaps has been located, but how do we get there? All right, we're drinking our cerulean flask here. And I probably should be using a rune arc. I think I'm just gonna do that. This could be a way to get to the sewer jail, by the way. Dropping down here. I don't want to do that just yet, but I am going to use a rune arc. Because, you know, we got a lot of them, and as I mentioned, if I really need to, if I really somehow, someday, run out of rune arcs, I know how to get more. Let's not be greedy. Okay, so we need to remember there is a path there to drop down. In addition to what? I'm really trying to make sure my mental map is built here. But I think it's just this drop down, which may lead us... Oh, it's this. We did not go this way, did we? No, we did go this way. We did go that way. Where we did not go was this way. We did not go this way. I knew I missed another path. And there's another drop down. Boy, oh boy, the depths. They are really harkening back to the depths. Or at least that's what it makes me think of. Rainbow stone arrow fletched. Oh, just what I was looking for. Okay, so we've got two potential places to drop down. Gosh, this is so confusing. Okay, we're gonna go to the door that is not a jail cell door. I am trying my best to stay oriented. I am trying my best here, guys. And at the same time, watch out for holes in the floor. Okay. Okay. Hi. We know that these guys, these are the guys that we can use heals against. They're so weak though. Like, does it really matter? Wow, this is a really wide open area. They would not stick a boss right here, would they? Would they really stick a boss right here? This feels kind of like a boss though. I just have the run back to get here would be ridiculous. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna look at the map. Okay, we're not really heading in the direction that I hope we would have been heading in. I was hoping we'd be going here. So that's a little scary. Let's place... We're gonna put on the map. Not that this is gonna be super helpful, but we're gonna put a marker here that says potential death. Put a skull right there. Ay, 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 ay. I don't want to walk into a wide open room just yet. That has a suspicious item in the middle of it. My radar is... Y'all jumped the gun there. Seriously jumped the gun. We gotta work on that surprise. You need to take some notes from the imps. The imps are usually quite a bit better with their surprise, motherfucker. Okay. This one is a little... Aye! Oh, I think I know where we are. I think we just connected a shortcut. Shortcut, please. Oh, we are not quite where I thought we were. Okay, are we being followed? Sort of. I think he gave up, though. Oh, no, he did not give up. Holy shit, where the fuck are we? Yo. Yay. This is bad. This is bad. Please, tell me he stopped following us. Please tell me he gave up the chase. Oh my god. Okay, my thoughts are immediately... This layout immediately reminds me of the Ring City DLC. This so makes me think of the area that is... Man. This is like, it's like a dead ringer for it, isn't it? It's almost like they completely copy pasted. Is that a basilisk? I think they might have like, it's maybe not a direct cut and paste, but it sure feels like the, like when you first encounter Madir, you have to make the run past Madir. And you get into this area here, which I don't remember what it was called. It was like a catacombs area, wasn't it? That's a fucking basilisk, though. At least in DS3, there weren't any fucking basilisks in that part of the game. Obviously, there were basilisks, but because, of course, there would have to be basilisks. Wow. Oh, I totally forgot. I just walked right past up here, and I completely forgot that there might have been a big old omen standing here. That could have been very bad. Guys. What in the hell are we going to do? This shadow bait, by the way, though, is kind of OP. Is it? It's kind of OP. They really knew what they were doing when they gave you this spell. This is below the city? This is below the capital? How? How exactly does this work? I wish I could look like directly above me. It also feels a little bit like we're in the what is that? Where Bane. I was born in darkness. What are we gonna do, guys? I actually don't see a way to go in here, so I don't think we can progress in here. If I go down to the bottom of these stairs. Unless there's like a place that I'm supposed to drop. No, if I drop off into the middle of this, there is death. So here, if I drop down here, it's also death. And I can't jump to the, there's no, I don't think I'm not gonna try to walk on that precarious little set of whatever part of walkway that remains right there. I don't think I'm supposed to run on that and jump to that waterfall. That doesn't seem right. So it's like we're getting a preview into an area here that is I don't know. Oh, wait. Wait, hold on. Hold on. There is maybe a drop down right here. There is a drop down here. Okay. Okay, so I could progress by going down. On the other hand, I could progress. Wait a second. Are we... No, we're not quite near this underground roadside checkpoint. We're still somewhere else. Oh, okay. I think I get it. I think I get it. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe this is our shortcut. Maybe. I need to stand and pull the lever. I think maybe this is our shortcut. There's two of those guys standing there. But I think we, yeah, okay. Got it. This is, yep, we dropped down into rat territory and then slug territory, and we ended up here. There's an item there that I want to get. It's not an epic item, but I do want to get it. We could use our shadow bait to distract. It's kind of amazing that you, oh, he did just go back down the ladder. He went right back down there. Was there anything in that room that I missed, I wonder? Was there anything anywhere to the sides? Doesn't look like it. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're going to try to distract these guys and grab the loot and then drop down. We're gonna try to get out of dodge, is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna shoot this over there. Let's grab our smithing stone 7 and get the fuck out of here. These man, this is kind of the we're living the Sekiro shinobi life all of a sudden here. Like finger whistle territory. This is fun. But yeah, this totally looks like the little catacombs area from DS3. Feels identical in layout, or maybe in spirit. One way or the other. I think you guys get it. If you played, you know what I'm talking about. Why is there a Miranda Bloom hanging out here with the zombies? Okay. I'm so lost, by the way. There's been like 15 diverging paths that we could have potentially taken. There was like a ladder behind some other Miranda blossoms, which maybe I will go back to. Or maybe I will find my way there organically because this place is so wrapping all the way around. It could just connect back to itself, ultimately. Like maybe this is it here. No, it's because we would have... there is an alive giant Miranda. We'll go down there in a second. Let's go this way first. Oh, and see, here's another diverging path. Look at that. Look at that. God damn. This game right now is running me in circles. No basilisks? Fuck me. Fuck me. Are you serious? Okay, I did not see the basilisks. I just thought it was a Miranda freaking plant. Get me the fuck out of that little deathbed. Actual death. I cannot believe. Of course I can believe. Why am I saying I cannot believe? It's totally believable. Totally 100%
believable that they would combine basilisks with Miranda blooms. I mean, combining basilisks with anything, let's be honest, is really just such a lovely combination. Holy shit. Okay, that scared the fuck out of me. That scared the actual living bejesus out of me. All right, now that basilisks are dealt with, I think, now we can afford to spend a little time thinking about you. Turn our attention to less pressing matters. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, I think I'm starting to recognize the Miranda, like rearing itself back, getting ready for the head bash. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, this poor soul over here who had to deal with the oh, basilisks. Basilisks. This zone. Boy, oh boy, this zone is something else, isn't it? Yeah, get out of here, nerd. That dude just yeeted himself out. We picked up Nomad Ashes. It looks like the guy's shooting flame of frenzy from his eyes there. Okay. Is that a fall we can make, or is that just death? It feels like death because I don't. Oh, there is more to the level there. There's an elevator, in fact. Okay, well now we're more over in this direction compared to this wide open area that we spotted. Is this a dead end? I think it's a dead end. I'm gonna say, considering that I do see the basilisk, but he took either lethal fall damage or it's just a kill box. So I don't think we're going down. But how do we get across to that elevator? That is a good question. All right, let's make our way back. Who knows? The other thing I haven't really been thinking about are sus walls. Totally have not been checking the walls. As if there aren't enough ways to go in the Subterranean Shunning-Grounds. As if life wasn't hairy enough with so many diverging paths and basilisks. You throw basilisks. I mean, it's the omen as well. Like, the whole place is just... At the very least, they did give us this shadow bait to be able to deal with omen. Oh, dude. I can see the shining eyes. Look at the shining eyes on the basilisk. So maybe maybe that is confirmation. I don't know if you all saw that, but the eyes the glowing eyes that show up from an enemy that is carrying bonus runes. It was not those glowing eyes were not coming from. They were not coming from up here. They were in fact coming down from the area that is below the supposedly fake eyes. Come on. Come on. Okay. How are you just hanging out here next to the basilisks? How did you have a basilisk just chilling with you? That does not open from this side? Okay. How am I going to piece all this together? How are we going to make sense of everything, guys? Because this place is nasty. Nasty, 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 along with the nastiness of death.
As much as I love to be thorough. Have we made our way down to the bottom? No, this is actually another area, I think. This is actually another stinking area. Oh, now you decide to start... You turn the moment that we get into your vicinity, huh? Where in the heck are we? Okay, so I need you to look that way. Golden centipede, huh? I'm out of juice for another shadow bait at the moment. And these guys do climb elevators. They do climb ladders, so we need to continue forth. Please let this be a shortcut. Please let this be... I think this is a shortcut. This is a shortcut across from our site of grace. Okay. All right. Whoo. Let's go. That dude did climb up the elevator, but he's not pursuing. So we might be okay. We may be okay. And now we are... Okay, okay, I see where we are now. I see where we are. I think he went back down the ladder. He did go back down the ladder. I'm loving this shadow bait, guys. This shadow bait is absolutely freaking amazing. There's a ladder that we can kick down over there. We just need to make our way around here. Shadow bait so far is... in this area, super OP. Even if it doesn't work against the imps, that's fine. We don't need it to work against the imps. Still don't know where that scarab is. It's this guy to the right that I'm concerned about. Yeah. I just wanted you out of the picture before I go running after this guy. Since I figured I'd probably have to deal with both of you at the same time. If I did that, I guess I was having to deal with both of you at the same time regardless. Was a little hesitant there in that situation. Fortunately, that hesitation was not defeat. Okay, now where to? We can obviously drop down to a couple different locations. It looks like we probably want to... Can we actually jump all the way across to where that item is? Or are we just meant to drop down and make our way up? I think we are meant to make our way up and around over here. So we could drop down on this guy. And regardless of what we do, we've established a shortcut. That worked out so much better than I thought it would. We've established a shortcut that lets us get back here very quickly, no matter what, which is great. Still don't know where this freaking scarab is. Like, maybe it's on the other side of these walls, or it's inside of the pipes. That could be a thing. I see those two hanging out. I see those two waiting waiting to get on my case. I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to choose to ignore them, pretend they don't exist. We'll get that item here after I... Well, okay. I was going to sneak up on you, but you didn't want to play that game. Have it your way. And now we have this kickdown ladder. Okay. Oh, and there is a way to drop into the pipe. Okay. I guess let's do that. This ladder is kind of a bit strange. It's a shortcut, I suppose. But an odd one. All right, I guess we're going in the pipe. Mario, here we go. Super Mario time. Where will we be warping to? Yeah, there was still like at least 2 different places to drop down inside of the pipe that we were before. Oh, here it is. Or it's one of them at least. So now we're at 6-5. Is there a cerulean? Or sorry, is there a crimson scarab here as well somewhere? These tunnels, or these pipe tunnels, they are actually pipes. Pipe tunnels. Here's a scarab. It is a crimson one. Okay. I kind of need it, but I also don't want it to, yeah, run me into one of, at least it's not a basilisk at the end of this tunnel. So, you know, there we go. So we're back to not quite full flasks, but maybe for our purposes, might as well be full. Smithing Stone 8. Our first Smithing Stone 8. Found in a polar region, semi-vitrified. Thought to have been used to hone the weapons of the champions of the war against the giants at the birth of the Erd Tree. And I guess this is the first time we've picked up some dappled white cured meat as well, even though I think we can craft that. We did pick up a golden centipede, which is an interesting... It was there as just on a loot corpse next to the omen. Might be some deeper lore implications that I love to try and dredge up. But we'll look instead, though, at the Nomad Ashes, which I kind of forgot about. I love that artwork. Ashen remains, spirit of a nomad, a member of a tribe that was entombed in the earth so as to bury the maddening disease that followed them. It was a flame of frenzy. Able to emit the terrible flame of frenzy from his eyes, but has low HP and is frail. Unable to take much in the way of punishment. You really have to keep tabs on your nomad to make sure he is alive and well. Keeps on ticking away that flame of frenzy. Okay, it's nice that that was a dead end. I'm kind of glad when there's dead ends that don't lead to more diverging paths. Less options right now is better for us. There's still another scarab around here. There's still another scarab. The question now, I think it's probably around this way, but I was trying to maybe figure out where I had come from. Where exactly did I drop down? The map is not helpful. Not incredibly helpful, at least. Okay, wait, it's another... Oh. I didn't exactly need another flask scarab. Maybe I should have just let it... Maybe I should have just not killed that one. And theoretically, I could have come back to it somehow. Is this another dead end? I'm waiting for there to be a sus sewer wall. I have yellow. So they're tying in... There's a Flame of Frenzy Madness tie-in here that they're giving us. There's yet another scarab somewhere to be found. I think the way forward is this way, and then we have through another set of barred, an open barred passageway, and another crimson scarab. Okay, so this one we will leave alive. It may disappear on us, but we don't need it at the moment. We're full on healing flasks. So We can always like do the old reboot the game trick to bring that one back. Theoretically, this one not so much. We do actually need a cerulean flask, so I will go ahead and take the opportunity to take out this guy. So now we are officially full once again on our flasks. So the scarabs were hiding out in the pipes all along. All along. My brain is kind of going crazy though with all these diverging paths. There's at least 2 that are up this way through this. The direction that's not through this barred gate. Let's see what is in this direction. I don't immediately see enemies. I can't lock onto any enemies. That doesn't mean that that this isn't a horrible death trap that we're walking into, where a bajillion basilisks just spawn out of the who knows where. Long pipe though. And it's not taking us toward... I'm waiting for the one that's going to take us toward the fortified manor, and we get a path leading up to it. But so far, they're not doing that for us. So far, all these paths lead away. 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 Glowy-eyed rat. Man, dude. This network of pipes... There's a drop down. Okay. I absolutely hate how confusing this is. I will make sense of it all eventually. That's a big rat. That is a big rat. Okay. Bring it on. Bring on the big rat. I think we can handle it. I think we can handle you. Another drop down behind you. Oh, man. This is, what, 4 instances now of spots to drop down from one pipe to who knows where. I am so lost. I am so lost, and I hate that feeling of being lost. I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. Eventually, we'll drop down to one of them. Eventually, I will work up the nerve. Aha. Okay, I think I've connected this. So, all right. So there's a giant... This works its way around... This is a loop right here. It does have 2 drop downs in that loop. And they are over on this easternish side of the city. But this loops around. If I go left... This is a dead end. And then it loops back this way. Okay, good. So, this is a loop, which we can come back to. Maybe in just a bit. But I do want to see now, let's explore one of these other diverging paths that we left along the way, along with the bajillion others. This was through the busted iron gate. Iron bars. So now let's go this way. And was there another drop down here? I need to keep my eyes peeled. Maybe I should have a torch out. Maybe I should be using a torch. This is a loot corpse. I came this way. I came this way, apparently. But I don't remember. I don't remember coming this way. Because everything is a blur. Everything is running together. So there's another iron rot. Iron bars. And to the right of those bars leads to that loop. I guess this is starting to ring a bell. Nope, there's a loot corpse here that we haven't gotten. So we have not been this way. Now this opens up to where we've been before. Do I recognize being here? Oh, this is actually where we first came in, isn't it? And the lobster is way down below. Got it. Got it. I did not even I did not even register this as being an open pipe that we would actually be able to get to. Okay. All right, I think what we're doing now is we are going to drop down, because it is in the vicinity. We're going to drop down one of those places that was by the big rat. Oops, that's not the way. We're going to drop down and see what we find. And holy shit, this Subterranean Shunning-Grounds is so confusing. We're trying our best. Which way did I say it was? I already forgot which way we have to go to get back to the giant rat. I think it was this way. Beyond the iron bars, right? Is that what I said earlier? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think this is the way though. Okay, we'll drop down. This is where the big giant rat was. And we're gonna drop down. Just in case, I'm gonna throw on a sacrificial twig here. I do have 100k runes that I would like to not have to run back to. So we're gonna do this just in case. Oh. Oh. I've been here. Did I drop down the wrong... Was I supposed to drop down the other one to get me to this side with the guy that I haven't been to yet? Okay, that's annoying. Well, now, where the fuck am I? At least these are dead basilisks. I'm here. Okay. Okay. Now this ladder makes a bit more sense. As it's not, we're not using this ladder to run across from the other ladder. We're running across from right here. Okay. This shadow bait is pretty sick. Gotta say. Now, is this guy following us? He's gonna try. He's gonna try. We'll see exactly how dedicated he is to this. How persistent is he? We will find out. I have a feeling he's not going to follow us this far, though. Okay, are we already back? Are we already back? I think we are. Okay. All right, the mental map is starting to be built. We're back here at the loop. So now I can go this way, maybe, and drop down this one to get us to... the other side? Yes! Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay. Progress. Or as one of my good Twitch buddies likes to say, progress. Shout out to my buddy Sparky. I know you're watching. I know you're watching and enjoying maniacally cackling your way through the torture that I am going through, making my way. Oh, there's jars down here. Oh, they stashed away the poor hapless jars, and I can target them as well. Oh, dang it. Oh, there is a switch there though. Okay, let's... I don't know if the shadow bait's gonna work against jars, but the jars we can deal with. If they really want to. Oh, we're here. I'm gonna activate this before anything else. We're just gonna activate that ladder. Ladder, elevator. How many times have I done that? Ladder, elevator. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, we're going so far down. That went... Well, it went to a site of grace, so... Beautiful. Okay. Where in the... Where are we, guys? We're still not in the underground. We are in the Forsaken Depths, though. What the actual hell? Okay. I don't want to rest because I don't want to respawn everything just yet. This dude is having a great a great day. Is that actually what in the... Cannot unsee. This guy actually fell. I think this guy actually fell from way up top, because this is now the bottom of the Bane well, and there's a summoning pool here. Very important to activate the non-helpful summoning pool to our offline playthrough. And apparently there's a set of catacombs. Hello? I'm waiting for a title card here. There's like a catacombs down here, or at least that's what it feels like. Maybe they're just kind of reusing some of the assets from the catacombs, like the pale candlelight. But we haven't gotten a title card, have we? Forsaken Depths. I don't want to explore that in that direction yet. I'd like to try. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. We may pick up next episode in this same spot. But before I rest, I just don't want to respawn what I have killed so far, because I need to be able to retrace my steps to areas that... Can I get this item? Are you going to... I had a feeling it was a pot. All right. You know, if they didn't attack me, I would be more than happy to ignore and leave the poor hapless jars in. Hold on here. Let's just get the big boy out of the way. Get rid of, or mom. It could be mommy jar. I shouldn't assume. Big jar needs to go bye-bye in order for my survival. As cute. That was a stance break. I could actually die to the baby jar as well. That was a stance break. Do not get your stance broken, even against tiny little baby jar. We have another ritual pot now, which is good. Ritual pots are good. More options. More firebomb options. More better. But I was trying to say, I wanted to, if I can, try to get back to where other spots that we've been in these tunnels that we did not, there's been some diverging paths that we did not get to cross off our list yet, you know? And so that's why I don't want to respawn things, because that might make it a little more difficult to tell where we've been. We went down here into the Basilisk fun pit. And then what was this way? I feel like it was a dead end, but I just want to remind myself, convince myself of that. Okay, no, that's how we got here. I see. Or it was one path. That's right, okay. I think this is where we got that ash, that set of ashes. And then now we can see across to where that elevator is. So that part has been explored, but there's a whole nother... Gosh, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get back there. We were very close to what felt like the sewer jail. And I don't know that that's going to be... Is this where we just came from? I swear, I'm so confused, guys. This is... Okay, this is where we just came from. Where... Oh, yeah. If you thought the depths in DS1 were confusing, may I introduce you to the Shunning-Grounds. Boy, oh boy, are you going to have some fun there. Let me tell you. Just between you and me. And don't forget, RADAGON is MARIKA. I think we might now be at a dead end for... there's nothing... How do we actually, I think I know what we do. We go back this way. It looks like this cohesive section of the Shunning-Grounds, the Elden Ring depths, we can now say is good to go. This leads to the elevator by the jars. We have a site of grace down there now, which we will explore later. We're going to try to make our way. Okay, this goes to this guy. This goes here. So now I actually want to make it to, I want to make it to that ladder that is behind. That is over here. I want to go to this ladder. Did he not see us? Awesome. That's even less of a headache. Cool. Okay, so now we're up here. Now we are here. And I feel pretty good about what we've done now in this area. There is the lobster down below. There's the lobster down below, but that's not even what I wanted to... I think what I wanted to try to... What I wanted to try to think about was this area way over here. I wanted to go back here. Well, do I want to drop down here, or did I want to go here? Who? What? What was that sound? Who was that? Who goes there? Part of me wants to drop down into here, and I think I will, because I feel like this was the other path that we didn't get to fully connect. We cleared out the rats in here. The rats were dealt with. And then I'm actually going to give myself a torch. We are not doing much bow and arrow stuff here. Maybe I will work that back into my mindset eventually. But right now I just need a torch. Do I want a sentry torch? I guess I can afford the extra equip loads. Fine. But we're going to give ourselves... Oh! What the hell was that? What? I thought all of a sudden we revealed... I thought we revealed an invisible thing. Instead, it was a weird fucking invisible, what looked like invisible, ragdolling rat. Dude, this place is already creepy enough. I don't need ragdolling rat shenanigans to add to the list of reasons why I hate this place. Oh, I think we're actually right here. Dude, this is exactly where I wanted to go, because this was the ladder past the Miranda plants. Perfect. This is actually the exact spot that I was hoping to find. I didn't realize it was so close. Awesome. Maybe there was a mental map connection there that I didn't realize. Cool, and there's an epic item. Where are we now? There's a dude banging his head against a metal pipe. A rune arc. Sweet. Okay, let's get shadow bait ready to go. Oh, there's I. We don't need shadow bait. What we need is black flame. Get out of here. The hands. The hands are back. Actually, not. It's the smaller hands, so they are really not. It's Dung Eater.
generations to come. I am the Dung Eater, a scourge upon the living.
We found Dung Eater. I honestly, I had kind of forgotten about you. I'm guessing this door is going to open using the sewer jail key. Guys, Elden Ring is amazing. I'm so gullible. How did I fall for that? I was just like, it's the little hands. They're not so bad. Walks directly into the obvious piece of the loot in the middle of the room that, of course, would be a trap. Say your sewer jail key used. Let's go. The real Dung Eater is here, guys. Boy, this, for some reason, this outfit, it kind of makes me think of like a Big Daddy from BioShock. Like a much skinnier version of one. But this, it's like, it has kind of that metal plating kind of look. But then you introduce all the omen horns and, of course, the bashing your head endlessly against the wall. What is... My dude. My dude. Can we get a dramatic camera angle here? Here we go. Here we go. Holy fucking shit, dude. This game is something else. Let me tell you.
Who are you?
Say nothing or leave your jail. I mean, we're going to tell him to leave the jail, right? We're going to unleash him upon the hapless world. Aren't we? We should probably say nothing and just let him stay here. But of course, the default option. We are drenched in blood. You are drenched in blood. It's perfect. Vari would be so proud.
I've been here long enough. I will kill again. And defile each corpse with care. Just to be sure that when they're reborn, they'll be cursed. Along with their children. And their children's children. For all time to come.
What a healthy obsession.
I will kill again. And defile each corpse with care. Just to be sure that when they're reborn, they'll be cursed. Along with their children. And their children's children. For all time to come.
Goody. I'm so glad that we have been able to help you out.
I will kill just to be held be good.
What have we done, guys? What have we done? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do a quick game reboot. I just want to see what progression, if anything, there is with him here. And as I suspected, he is gone. He is gone to who knows where. Who would he be? Who would be his first victim? Who do you think he would go after first? We really don't have any inclination other than, you know, I guess the people that he's warned, like Blackguard. Is it possible that he would go after Blackguard? What would he have against? What would he have against him? Okay, let's keep pressing forward here for a little bit longer and make sure that was really the. I think that was the last. Well, there's still the entire, like, that whole big area that felt like a boss area. Was that down there? I think that might have been down that way. That there, it did it again. It did it again, guys. I rebooted the game and it did that stupid, scaring me to death over here with the ragdolling rats. What is this, Miyazaki? Holy shit. I think it's down this way, but now I'm starting to think, okay, yeah, here is one of the drop downs. Can we see? Maybe I should just drop down there and see exactly where that goes. Because maybe it's not as scary as I think it is. Maybe it's actually just meant to be. But I want to reestablish my mental map here before I do that. Let me just... Okay, here's the other drop down. All right. So I was... that... Like, there's really... You can't tell. You can't tell what you're dropping down to. You really don't know. But did we get everything else here? Did we cover the rest of what is to be... This is where I... There's so much ground to cover. And so many slugs that we haven't killed because I couldn't be bothered. Ah, here it was. Okay. Okay. So here is the spot that feels like it's leading out into a boss fight. That's interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Let's drop down. If I can find my way back, let's try to drop down into one of those little... Against my better judgment, I think this leads somewhere else. There's a dead end. Okay, as many dead ends as you can give me, game. I would appreciate dead ends right now. Or at least... We've been this way, right? We went this way. I'm pretty sure we went that way. We made it past that guy. I want to say that we have checked that off our list. I think we have... not exactly sure. But I think what I want to do is I want to find... Okay, here's a drop down. Are we dropping down this one? I think I want to drop down the other one. Just because it's a lesser fall. No particular reason other than that. Ugh. Have I been here? Have I been here already? I might have been here. And I just don't realize it. I have not been here. Okay, this is into a new area. This is into a different part. It's not quite... I thought originally that this was going to be leading us to Dung Eater. But this is leading us somewhere else. It may also be a jail, but just a different section of the jail. I was half expecting one of those big, scary spider guys to jump out at us. This one, I think we were at this door. This one opened from the other side. I think we've been there before. Now... okay. Okay. We're sort of making sense of things, I guess. The question is... Does this lead back up to where I just was? It should, right? I think it does. This was the drop down here. Okay, so now we go through the other one. Now we go through the other one. We might be going into extra time here compared to our normal episode length. We might be going into bonus time. Nope, I'm out here. I went too far in the wrong direction. But it's okay. We're continuing to build out the mental map. It's fine. We actually did want to go in this direction. They give you like these little assets on the ground, like the lamps, to hopefully act as these signposts to better guide you, but they only help so much. They only help to a certain extent. Just in case. I think I see... There's a guy underground. I knew it. I knew there's a guy underground. Our trickle heal is getting him, though. I didn't realize this before, but it's working against him. It's actually... That trickle heal is slowly... ticking him down. It's actually one of the big spider enemies who is slowly writhing in pain to his doom thanks to Blessing of the Erd Tree. Let's fucking go. Get the hell out of my... Wait, you're not dead. No! What? Oh, fuck me. Never mind. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I got so excited. Thinking that we had come up with a secret recipe. That we were doing something that nobody else had ever thought of before. All right. It was actually... I thought I was so clever. It was actually this other enemy on the far side of him who was ticking away, losing his health, losing his sanity to the blessing of the Erd Tree, but not the spider guy. Maybe the spider guy, if we had... He was underground. I don't know if you could see it on the footage. Probably if you looked closely, you could see it, but there was just enough of his little vapor here in the center before, while he was still submerged, I could see the vapor, and I was like, ah, there he is. There he is, sure enough. It makes sense that they would stick one of you down here. Okay. I think that does... From all that I can... I don't know if... We probably have missed some stuff. We probably have missed something here in the Subterranean Shunning-Grounds. But that's all that I'm going to do for now. The way we're going to close this out is we're going to head back to the Round Table Hold. We're going to head to the Round Table and talk to Dung Eater and maybe a couple other people. Maybe it might be worth doing a little bit of an NPC sweep here as we get ready to close shop for the day. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I'll defile you next. Come to the outer moat. Hello? Is that Blackguard? He might actually be talking about Blackguard. No! What have I done? I've unleashed Dung Eater on Blackguard. No. Is that what he means by outer moat? That's where he was. Oh, I swear, if Blackguard is gone on the map here, I'm gonna be... He's not gone yet. But who knows? Who knows? We're not gonna check there today. I'm out of time. But we are gonna quickly check with at least Gideon.
You.
Don't sound so excited. Looks like his dialogue is all the same.
There are 4 more Nicola of the Head.
Okay. The Unalloyed. Oh, that's right. Mikola. I feel like in the trailer, in the story trailer, Mikola was the name, was how I heard Ronnie pronounce it, but we'll listen back one of these days and find out for sure. Yo, so Dung Eater has been unleashed. Oh, we need to talk to RADAGON. That's what we need to talk to. RADAGON?
Greetings.
I sort of might have done something that I shouldn't have.
I can't hear them anymore. The voices of the spirits cowering from the curse. I suppose the Dung Eater must have left the Round Table. I just pray nothing ill comes of this.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure absolutely nothing bad is going to happen because that is where we are going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. And perhaps the very next thing we will do when we resume is we will check with the Blackguard, who I have probably sent to an ignominious, cursed, torturous death. But either way, my goodness, RADAGON is MARIKA. I think I know the title of this episode. And I think I know what's going in the thumbnail, and I think it is going... I cannot wait to share it with all of you. It's going to be so much fun as we... God damn, how am I ever going to make sense of this amazing, ridiculously good game? We come in here and we say hi to the Two Fingers. We check and see if the crone... It's not the crone. It's Finger Reader Enya, but she does not have anything new for us. I will go forth and continue to ponder... RADAGON is MARIKA. Yo, everybody, I figured something out. There's something y'all need to know. Y'all need to freaking know what's up. The question is, do I know what's up? I think actually there's a very clear answer to that. And that answer, of course, is no. Just to be clear about this. Thank y'all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.